This, of course, one of the great young champions in the world today. They call him Captain Hook.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, presenting the renowned unified world champion with a remarkable undefeated career, introducing the 2-division champion of the world and boxing's pride of Wales, please welcome Joe, the Italian Dragon Calzaghe. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing the newly crowned champion, holding a record of 22 wins, no losses, 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the young, undefeated, and newly crowned IBF middleweight champion of the world, known as Captain Hook, introducing Roy Jones Jr.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
This is an arena fight. You couldn't have got anybody else in this place.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Jab does not score. Nice counter. We wanted action, and they are delivering. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You've got a swarm on your case. You know you've got to fight. You've got to hold him. You've got to tie him up. You've got to lean on him when you come in until the referee makes you break up. But keep your hands high, because they will keep punching until that referee said stop.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Missing with that jab. So close to that uppercut. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Calzaghe in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what?
Yes, I like that.
Here we go. Round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Nope, that uppercut does not score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter shot. A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That jab doesn't find a home. He misses with that straight left. Misses with the straight left. And he scores with the counter. Tried to score with the uppercut. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs...
Get focused, get your mind off on the job.
On to the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Watch it again one more time. Appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Has been his best weapon all fight long. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over.
Get your mind back, get your focus back.
Back at it in round 4. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. They're both trying for a knockout. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Look back in the history book.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Wow, what a shot! And it's over! A home run swing, and that will do it here! And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a knockout shot! It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
That's bullshit, bro.
We've heard of sleeping with the fishes. We're about to fight with the fishes here at the Atlantis. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
Time for our tail of the tape. The incomparable Carl the Cobra Froch, 6'1" tall with a 75.2-inch reach. Up against them, Roy Jones Jr., 180 centimeters tall, and he weighed in right on 159 pounds.
This is it.
Carl the Cobra Froch, one of the greatest super middleweight champions of all time, fighting out of Nottingham, United Kingdom. Here comes Roy Jones Jr., was controversially denied a gold medal at the Olympic Games, but he didn't let that slow him down. He's coming off a win over Bernard Hopkins. He's the hottest property in boxing today. Certainly a young man to keep your eye on.
They have waited for this fight for so long, John. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing from Nottingham, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, Carl the Cobra Froch. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing the newly crowned champion, holding a record of 22 wins, no losses, 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the young, undefeated, and newly crowned IBF middleweight champion of the world, known as Captain Hook, introducing Roy Jones Jr.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Which fans are going to be happy? Which fans are going to be sad? I don't know, but it's the argument I love.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Nice counter punch right up the middle. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? It's bombs away. That punch lands. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That one lands. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
That's lights out right there.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back? Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. So they're not watching that last round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Great round, great round. Now relax, relax. Just keep them on the other end of that.
Done all your work all the way through camp. Get this block.
Start working a few body shots in there. Hurry up a little bit so you can't figure it out.
Good work. Well, let's go out there and let's reset. Forget about that round. It was a bad round. But we don't care. We don't care. Go out there. You win this next round for me, kid.
That's right, just set him up and you'll take him out.
But he's round on your jab. Breathe when you're stepping around.
You follow through. Don't let him coast through this round or he'll ride it out. Go out there and
Think back. Get your focus back. Get that jab back. Just block.
already. That right hand's beautiful. That's it. And just stick a few
Time
body
winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
It's only one round that you've lost. Do not worry.
You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you're still landing your power shots. Good work. And don't forget, let's do it.
Both men step back for just a moment. The perfect counter lands. Don't get caught up on how many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
Just avoids a left uppercut. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Catch and shoot. Straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. So they're not watching that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Let him back into the fight. We're way back.
Good work. Now that's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back. Good.
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
Go on. Don't let him back in or anything. Don't get no free shots. Just stop.
Come on, get focused. Get your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the round. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on.
Yeah. You know, get carried away. Think about your defense and the end of all.
Back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics.
Just keep them on the other end of that jab, and you get your time in already. That right hand's
Good
beautiful.
round. Don't worry about it. Well, let's go out there and let's reset.
Figure it out. Good work. There's 1, 2, straight down
The
the
referee calling for seconds out. Right back into the action.
Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that one shot or anything.
Let's get it started in round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good punch. Nice counter shot. guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? Straight right, just misses. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about watching that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man. Good man.
Let him get back in. Now it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident.
Give him no free shots. He's smart. Just keep him on the end of that jab, and you'll
Get the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace and win the round back. Take away that confidence, stop him in his tracks. You're starting to make mistakes, and you're switching up. You just switch.
Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history book.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. They exchange punches. Jab doesn't quite connect. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about watching that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
that jab's slick. Good man.
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
Free shots. Good spot. I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking for that
Now, get your mind back. Get your focus back. Get that jab back. Just box. Be smart. Get your shots off. Don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you...
On to the fifth we go. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until you're sensing the comeback.
Well done with that counter shot. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Beautiful counter punch. A perfect counter shot. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. There's a scoring blow. Another scoring shot there. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about watching that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Forget about that round. It was a bad...
Don't forget the jab, and don't get carried away. Think about your defense and the end of it.
Let's get out there. Get your boxing back together. Just take the round off. Win the round on your jab. And breathe when you're stepping around. You're starting to make mistakes.
Hurry up a little bit. We can't figure it out. Good work.
Check on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
Goes 1-2 straight down the middle. Can't miss it. Now, good work.
Safe for you. Come on. You've led him back into this. You're better than this.
You were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shot.
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
We go again.
Get the goal of that and do what you got to do. Good work. Just keep them on the other end.
There's the bell for round 6. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? He just misses with that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. That counter shot lands. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Straight right hand. Once he dropped his gloves, he got caught. What the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about thoughts in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
I love that. That jab's slick.
Now, don't want confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of your jab.
Set him up and you'll take him out. But he's ready to go. He's gone already.
Confidence, stop him in his tracks. You're getting soft on me. The fight's not over yet. You gotta get out there and win this round, kid. You had everything in the bag.
Anything. Don't give him no free shots. Be smart. Just keep him.
I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back.
That's it. And just stick a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
Go. Get your shots off. Don't give him anything. Go back and win the round.
Keep doing what you're doing, and gaps will appear.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
You go. Take him out. But he's ready to go. He's gone already. Just make sure.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Good one. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Stamina is off the charts. Swing and a miss with that hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about watching that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Go out there and let's reset. Forget about...
Nice work. Good round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy.
Yeah, go out there. You win this next round for me, kid.
You're starting to know free shots. You're smart. You were thinking. You were smart. You weren't low.
Back on the job. Get back out there and win the round. Let's get out there. Get your boxing back together. Just take the round off. Win the round on your jab. And breathe when you're stuck.
Just keep them on the other end of that jab, and you're getting your time in already.
Get this boxing back together.
You've been coasting this up a little bit, so you can't figure it out. Good work. There's 1, 2 straight down the middle.
You got to take that confidence away. Go out in the first minute.
Crap. You were thinking. You were smart. You
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
Think about your defense and the end of all of that. And do what you got to do. Good work. Do it.
Defense is not an option for these two. That counter punch caught him clean. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues. Hold that thought. And that will do it. What a victory. And as we